Hello everyone, and welcome to Knife Craze. Today we're going to be taking a look at a K-Bar 1217. Now this knife here is essentially the first modern combat knife as far as I'm concerned. It came out around World War II because the United States Armed Forces demanded a new and improved fighting knife. Something that could not only be used to protect a soldier's life in the field, but would also be able to be used as different tools, which included, but were not limited to, a pry bar, a digging tool, something to open cans with. Now while these uses weren't recommended, they were often put to use as those tools. So let's take a look at it. So first thing you notice here is that it's got a beautiful, I like to call this sienna brown, beautiful sienna brown leather sheath. And it's just so smooth to the hands. I've owned a lot of knives, many of them have leather sheaths, and this is by far one of the smoothest I've ever felt. It says K-Bar, USMC, and then it has the USMC logo right there. This looks like it has been burned on with a branding iron of some sort, which is just really nice. It has this really nice thick stitching with pins holding the sheath together. And down here, you happen to have some type of a drainage hole, I believe, or maybe a lanyard hole. Nonetheless, it's a nice detail if you want to attach a lanyard with a charm on there, if that's what you like to do. Or if it is a drainage hole, this will essentially allow the knife to drain out. However, because it's leather, I don't recommend taking the sheath out into a wet environment. It'd be good for any other uses, but if it gets wet, it probably would become ruined. So if you live in a wet environment and you're into backpacking or hiking and camping, I recommend you get a Kydex sheath for this knife. And instead of getting the stacked leather washer handle, I'd go for the Kraton handle because it's just going to be more weather resistant. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful knife. It has a very big belt loop too. This is about a 5-inch belt loop, so you could fit a fairly large duty belt on there without problem. The strap for the handle, as you can see, is also made out of leather, very smooth, just like the rest of the sheath. And it has this nice dark brownish gray button snap, much better than Velcro. Just really nice. It's not too tight, not too loose. Works great. So now we're going to get onto the knife. So here's the knife, right? Just going to turn that around for you guys. Here's the knife. The blade length measures about 7 inches long, okay, with a cutting area of about 6.5 inches long. It has a 2.5-inch blood groove on each side of the blade, measuring about 1/2 inch thick. The handle is about 5 inches long. Overall length of the knife is about 1 foot. It has a cross guard, which in my opinion is the perfect size, measuring almost 3 inches, about 2.5 inches long, as far as I can see. So you are getting a really well-proportioned knife in my opinion. The handle is large enough to accommodate all hand sizes. Despite its rough appearance, it's actually quite comfortable in the hand and provides ample grip due to the sunken in areas in between each leather washer. I mean, is it as grippy as some other knives? No, but it's grippy enough that you could use this thing without losing it. But like I said, don't use this in wet environments because this leather, it can corrode over time and become ruined, just like the leather sheath. So if you're in a wet environment, I'd highly recommend getting the K-Bar knife. They sell one just like this. In fact, they sell one with serrations even, but it has a Kraton handle, which is much better for the watery environments. The blade is a clip point blade. It's not a very deep clip point, like as opposed to the Buck 120, but it is a clip point, so it still kind of helps bring that tip down to a really sharp point, which aids in penetration and digging, I think. Like, I don't recommend you dig with your knife, but these knives have been used for that, so I don't know, the sharper point might allow you to get into tighter spaces to pry something open. On the blade here, if I did not mention this already, it says, embossed on there, K-Bar, Olean, New York, and on the other side, United States Marine Corps. In fact, about this, the NY thing, that might be, yeah, never mind, sorry. That is New York. I was thinking of New Orleans. It's like, what? No, that's New York. Just an overall beautiful, beautiful knife. Well, this video wouldn't be complete without me showing you some kind of a test. Now, I don't want to baton with this or do anything that's too heavy to it, because I'd really like to keep this knife for a long time and preserve it. So, I'm going to do something simple for you guys. Alright, so I have some paper here, and I'm going to show you just how easily this thing can cut. Look at that. Barely any force needed. Got another material here, some kind of felt. That tore more than cut, but nonetheless, I assure you it's a very sharp knife. In fact, it's capable of shaving off some of my arm hair. My arm hair isn't very dark, but I'll try and give you the best image of it I can. Well, as you see, it popped a lot of epidermis, and there are in fact some small hairs on there, which tells me that this knife is sharp enough for me. I just want to keep that clean. Well, there you go, guys. There's my review of the K-Bar 1217. This is a fantastic fighting utility knife that's been around since World War II, and I highly, highly recommend it. In fact, when I ordered it, I was really anticipating it, and I was really eager to get it. So I got this on Amazon for roughly $120. The price I think is shot up to $140, so you might want to wait until the price goes down a bit. But if that's not a problem for you, go ahead, get it. I highly recommend it. It's a piece that I think belongs in any serious knife collector's collection. For an outdoorsman, like I said, it's a fantastic knife. However, if you're going to be taking it outside, I highly recommend the Kydex sheath with the craton handle. Well, there you go, guys. There's my knife review of the K-Bar 1217. Have a great day. Subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. And to help me out, leave a like. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.